What is happening, boys? Turbo Toys here! But you can call me Turbskin. Boys, we've been dying to go out for one of these toy hunts, but with the whole lockdown restrictions, it's been very hard. And with most of the non-essential stores staying closed here in the UK since last year, we take a peek down the toy aisles of the essential shops to see what we can find, so let's go! Right, so we start off in Sainsbury's supermarket and we see some retro Star Wars here. Now I am on the lookout for that Boba Fett. Also, they have 4 Charlotte Flairs here, and I think they've been here for quite some time. So with nothing much to see there, we jump over to B&M with the WWE section with Kyle O'Reilly. We've got Kevin Owens. We see another Kyle O'Reilly. Of course, we've got Ivar from the Viking Raiders. And as we look at the back here, we've got Finn Balor just hiding there. And I think this poor Finn's been sitting here for a few months now. And here we see a couple of John Cena's and Ivar. I think that's the same Ivar we see before. We see a couple of the Superstar Showdown packs here. The Undertaker, Jeff, Roman Reigns, Finn Balor. Move on down to Edge. We've got John Cena there, Drew McIntyre. And of course, like this new Intercontinental title belt. And as we take a look behind, I think it's pretty much the same as what we see out the front with more Edge and more John Cena's, Drew McIntyre. That Edge is very disappointing. I thought it would be quite hard to get. And for the fans of the McFarlane DC Multiverse, there's a Batman, a Green Lantern and a Superman here. Now these are very cool figures and I don't know too much about them, so shout out Elite Legend for helping me become a little bit more clued up on the figures. Right, this is another day, another hunt. We move into Home Bargains. So they've got these WWE stretch figures and a couple of titles down there. And they've always been touch and go for WWE figures and sometimes really good for Star Wars. Now sometimes they do pull out some blinders, but this is a really lacklustre choice of late. However, I did find this Mandy Rose basic and she was just hiding under some other toys. I remember going everywhere trying to find this figure with my friend Craig, and that was maybe like a year and a half ago, and now it's just sitting here. Now they've also got these minifigures. They're like a modern day Bendham. I think they're called WWE Flexstream. We see The Rock, Roman and of course John Cena. And they do have a few Funko Pops for all the Funko collectors. And I'm definitely not clued up on these. I should just leave it to Dave over at Dave's Dungeon, but I do love what they do as a company. Right, as we jump over to the supermarket now, we carry on with the Funko Pops. We see that classic Sonic the Hedgehog. That's so cool. They've also got Fortnite, Harry Potter, My Little Pony, and of course Star Wars and Pikachu. On top of that as well, they do have some Marvel-themed Funko Pops. And not that I'm too clued up with Marvel either, but they do have a couple of Marvel figures. We see here the Spider-Man. And then as we move on to the top shelf stuff, we see the Avengers Endgame Captain America here. And I have always admired the look of these figures and how they articulate, and I think it's really, really good, but I know nothing about them. Now, I've always lucked out with the Star Wars in Asda, but this time, like, they've hardly had anything. They got the Boba Fett, but this time it's actually not the one I'm looking for. I've noticed pretty much everywhere I go the rise in these Fortnite figures, and here we see another Pikachu, and on top of that we've got another couple of pop vinyls just hanging around here. And one for the old school gamers, we've got a couple of soft toys here of Tails and Sonic, as well as this fully stretchable Sonic figure. But in all honesty, not much to write home about in Asda. Here we see the currently closed Mecca for toy collectors in the United Kingdom, Smith's Toys. And they will soon be reopening, so the toy hunts can only get better. Because as we go back to the B&M store that we previously went to, it's pretty much same old, same old. But however, they have put Mia Yim out, but the Intercontinental title was changed to a tag team title, and as we see here, Finn's made his way to the front. We still got that Kyle O'Reilly and the Ivar. And of course the Kevin Owens still here. We've got the John Cena, plus the other John Cena. But it's pretty much the same sort of theme with this B&M, that you'll come in here and you'll pretty much just see the same elites over and over again. But in this case, they must have sold the Jeff and the Undertaker Superstar Showdown 2-pack, but they do have this Alexa Bliss and the Sasha Banks. And then as we move back, it's just another Finn and Roman 2-pack and another Sasha and Bliss 2-pack. And of course, they've got this Bar Battle Pack, which is still here, and probably will be for many years to come. So as for basics, like we see before, we've got the Edge, the Mia Yim, the AJ Styles there. A couple more Edges, and then of course, they've got this Buddy Murphy, which is a very cool figure, but because I picked up these first Elite, I don't need to own this one. And what I do like about B&M is they have quite a good selection of action figures, including these Walking Dead figures. The packaging's in the style of like classic G.I. Joe packaging, and I actually thought they was G.I. Joe when I first come and looked. And I liked it because I'd never seen that before, so I thought it was very cool. So as we take a quick look at the Funko Pop section, they have Fantastic Four, Wonder Woman, Marvel, Mass Effect and Star Wars, including these Game of Thrones. And I do love me some Street Fighter, so it's great to see this Marvel vs Capcom 2-pack, which includes Chun-Li. Now, I did have a 5-minute affair with Star Trek, so I really like this Spock figure, reminiscent to the old Mego days. But other than that, they don't really have a great DC or Marvel section to these shops. But, however, I did realise that Peely seems to be the character of the moment for the Fortnite figures. And as we quickly jump back into that Sainsbury's, not expecting much, but look boys, they've only gone and got it boys, I can't believe it. I did not expect to come in here and see this, I just thought it was going to be the same as what we see before. So on top of old Bobby Fetterino, we do see some new additions. They've got the Princess Leia here, they had the Luke Skywalker, plus they got the Han Solo in Hoth. And we did see that Lando Calrissian before, but boys, I can't believe we found this. I think we're going to definitely have to take this one home. Still got 4 Charlotte Flair sitting there. Poor Charlotte. I don't think she's ever going to budge, boys. And as for the Marvel section, not much in the ways of collectibles, but to be honest, it's not really a great place for it. And then we finish off this toy hunt with our old mate Peely. Now, I know there wasn't a great deal to look at, but rest assured soon, when these stores open, we'll be back out there hitting it hard. So, if you enjoyed the little hunt ski and you want to come out and do it again, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Feel free to check out my figure reviews and my customs. Don't forget to check out old Tursky Tizzle on Instagram at Turbo Toys. And until the next video, boys, I will see ya when I see ya.